and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The 76ers have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after fellas.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A one-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. He'd have the basketball. Goran Dragic, 3 for 6 now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Slam dunk.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
Dragic to Butler. And he finishes at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Tobias Harris. Nothing going here on that drive. To Tobias Harris. The shot clock expires. Dragic to Waiters. Dion Waiters. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Butler to bring it up. Up by 3. Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you headhunt.
Wide open look, won't go. Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Butler. Lays it up and in.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Waiters. Dion Waiters. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Butler into the front court. Leads 5. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. Butler to bring it up. They lead it. 4-point game. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Layup Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Stuffs it down with the
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
It's the Heat with the possession. To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish. Got it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Burke with it. 2-point advantage. To Butler. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nice pass to set things up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. With the fadeaway, burns him for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To Butler. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Butler. Now a steal by Philly.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler down low for Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Cash is in for two.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Butler. The screen sets him up for two. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Give him 2 points. High percentage. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they dig into their bag of tricks trying to draw up the game winner. That does it for the period. No separation so far. It's all even. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Let's do it. Overtime is underway. Dragic to Butler. To Waiters. Here comes the screen. Dion Waiters looking good, 4 for 5.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Beverly into the front court. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen to Tobias Harris. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Tobias Harris trying to cash in on the 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Count the free throw as well. Dragic with the basketball. Down a point. Block shot.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Waiters to Butler. And he drains it.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Harris. They go down low to Simmons. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. And he misses that one free throw. Dragic. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Here comes the screen. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Dragic with it. They trail by 1. Goes to the left side. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Simmons into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Count the bucket for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Dragic into the front court. They're down 3. They'll go to Butler, down low. Off the assist.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Embiid. To Tobias Harris. And count the basket inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Butler. Driving right to...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Now the Heat going to use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Butler to Dragic. To Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Knocked loose. And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Straight on three. At the buzzer, the Sixers are victorious. They've jumped out in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers needed extra minutes to get the victory. Teams show their heart in the extra minutes, and it was clearly on display in this matchup. What a great game. It was definitely a thriller. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Heat just couldn't close this one out. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.